prisoner tried to escape. I've dealt with it and taken good care of them. Clean up on prison cell block 3118. Thank you.
Oh, I do apologize there. Hello there. And welcome. I trust you are doing very, very well right now. Good. It's so great to see you here. Thank you so much for coming in to see me today. It really is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Your name is? You don't wish to tell me, that's fine. I'll find out here. Okay. Merrick Big Guns. Right, okay, that's quite the name you've got there. Okay, and it's nice to meet you there, Merrick Big Guns. So, do you realise what you're doing here today? You've come for a little stay. A good sense of humour. Excellent. We do love a little bit of that here. 1 second. So before we can get you fully checked in here and get you all comfortable with your stay, Merrick, Big Guns, could I just ask whether you plan to leave this facility anytime soon? No, so I assume that you would be reasonably compliant. Excellent, that's really good to hear, Merrick. I think I'm going to like you quite a lot. So would it be okay if I can just ask those death troopers behind you just to head back into the elevator there? Thank you so much. Yeah, you can both make your way back to the elevator. We should be quite all right here. I'll do it from this side. There we go. Just either side there, about turn. Excellent. You're looking mighty smart today. Let me just close that there for you and send them down. Excellent. Well, I hope they didn't make you feel uncomfortable in any way, shape or form with their looming death squad presence just either side of you there. I hope that you all have been treated nicely. Excellent. Well, you can expect the same sort of treatment here. I like to make sure that everybody who comes to my facility is very well taken care of and looked after. That is the utmost important thing for me here, is that all persons such as you, Merrick Big Guns, will have a very nice stay here. So, I'm just going to get up some of your information here, find out what you're actually doing here, unless you would like to tell me, of course. No, that's fine. Some people aren't so compliant and they just want to head straight in. So I can find out the information. You can just confirm it with me if you wish. Excellent. Merrick Big Guns, as your name suggests, that you assume like a blaster, or maybe a big blaster rifle. So before we begin, I trust that my blaster here is not going to tempt you in any way, shape or form. Okay, so I can quickly use it if needs be, but we won't need to do that, will we, Merrick? No, that's great. Well, I'm just going to put that here. I mainly keep it here upon my desk so everybody knows that it might be a little bit difficult just to leave this facility. It's in your own interest that you have a nice stay here, that you relax, make yourself feel comfortable and feel at home. Excellent. I think we're going to get on very well, you and I, Merrick. Right. You have been brought in here for heading in places that you shouldn't be. So on the logs here, it tells me that yes, so you, Merrick Big Guns, were flying your starship, yeah, and what make was that? Oh, you're not going to tell me? No, that's fine. And you were flying it near Korriban, a very, very highly restricted area in the Imperial Navy sense anyway. So is there any reason as to why you've been flying so near Korriban? Do you know much about it? No, I see. No, it's fine to not know these things, but we like to make sure that your stay here is so enjoyable that you sort of remember these things, and these things come flying back to you, Merrick, big guns, just like your starship, which is probably being impounded right now. 1 second there. I've just got to contact the crew and the droids.
Please make sure Merrick Big Gun's ship is impounded at the soonest possible time. Thank you.
There we go. Well, it's just that heap of junk was pulled out of wherever it was. Your caravan. There we go. Thank you. And it has been searched thoroughly, and nothing was found aboard, unless there is something you wish to tell me that might have been aboard your starship, of course. No. Okay. Just flying near the area, a bit of sightseeing, was it? Excellent. Well, hopefully you can add this to your repertoire of sights being seen, and at this location to a place that you're going to really enjoy. Here, we'd like to make sure that all persons such as yourself have a really, really comfortable stay here. So you're going to be given your very own place to stay, and it's going to be really, really relaxing for you. If you hear a little bit of, I don't know what, on the outside, you don't need to worry about that whatsoever. Just know that my primary concern is your welfare, making sure that you're being very well looked after. So that means eating when you need to. Okay, let me just get that locked in there for you. Merrick, is there something that you'd like to eat? Okay. And a drink of some sort? Ah, a fine choice. I'll see what we've got in the Imperial kitchen and see if there is some blue milk there for you. Right. Okay. No, I'll get that arranged there for you. And what is it you'd like to eat? Oh, one bread. Right. I'm pretty sure those are quite native to Tatooine, you know. So is that where I can take it that you're from? Well, you don't really need to tell me, because I've got it also here as well. That is where you're from, because that's where your ship has last had its modification. And I mean, it's been modified right now. It's been made quite a lot smaller. But you're from Tatooine, so you've got a little taste for one bread there. So I'll see what they can find you at the kitchen, and if you could have something like your one bread. Well, how would you like it? Cooked? Well, very well done. Okay. And we'll get your blue milk up there as well. See, this is the kind of place where you could come here and feel fully relaxed. All these things are taken care of for you. There is a little minor thing which you might wish to do in return, of course, just to make sure that your stay is going to be as wonderful as I think it will be. Right. Well, you know, entering quite a highly restrictive area does attract some quite higher-ups in the Imperial Navy, you see, or just in the Empire in general. It's sort of gone to me to take care of you, but it's gone way above me. So you've attracted some interest in some people. Well, some call him Lord Vader, others call him Darth Vader. But I think he might be coming down to pay you a little visit. So I'd like to get you fully prepared for that. Make sure that you know that you're going to be well up to date in what you need to say. Unless you're able to tell me everything you need to know, and I might be able to give all the information to Lord Vader and pass it through, and he might actually come in to visit on this Star Destroyer. It depends on how much you're going to be able to work with me. Right, Merrick, I see. So you seem a little bit on the precipice here. Half of you makes me believe that you want to make this as easy as possible for you, but the other half, there's an unwillingness to give me information which I require of you so far. But don't you worry, I have a little something here for you. Let me just get it. Oh no, don't worry, it's not my plaster. So have you seen one of these before? Oh, well, these are one of my favorite relaxation sunglasses. It's definitely not a mind probe or anything like that, but we can rest assured we have a lot more of a probe-like thing. Do you like needles by any chance? Not too much. Okay. 1 second.
Send down the probe.
No, nothing. Just we need to get the cell blocked. I mean the hotel rooms cleaned a little bit before you get into your stay. So this is just a little pair of glasses which I like to give all of the newcomers just as a little welcome to our place of relaxation, our place for you to switch off, feel nice and at ease with everything, for you to completely zone out from everything that's going on around you. These are reserved for very, very special people, Merrick, because and this is for you. So I made sure that when you came in here that this was going to be ready for you just in case you needed it. And I'm going to pop these on you a little bit so you can test them out and try them out. It just requires a little bit of syncing up, but we'll have it on you very, very shortly. Don't worry. You'll notice that there's a certain ambiance in here, a certain tone. Yeah, so just in case you don't know, you know what planet you've been on. So, because I think Tatooine, yeah. So you have 2 suns there. So this is going to adjust and bring the brightness up, just in case the darkness in here is a little bit off for you. Also, it makes me believe, because you have some good knowledge in desert-like planets here that you call your home, that Corriban seems a place that you would have thrived in that sort of environment there too. Yeah. So, what sort of equipment did you bring then? Was it stuff from Tatooine that you brought there, or did you just rely on your starship? Did you bring any speeders or anything like that with you? You did? Oh, that wouldn't be the new one, would it? Oh, well, the Imperial Navy has been trying to use those for quite some time. Yeah. However, none of them have been as quick as that one you seem to have owned yourself. So is that stolen there? You paid for it, I see. Oh, you won it. Oh, how impressive. And what did you win that for? Was it racing or something like that? Speed bike race? Pod race? Smuggling. Wow, that is impressive. Okay. Well, thank you, Merrick, so much. 1 second. Apologies for that there, Merrick. I just wanted to make sure that we had an image of that speeder here for you, which you said you liked so much. So would this particular one be it here? Oh, that's such a nice speeder there. Yeah, I could see why you like it there. So was it this particular amazing speeder here that you wanted to use round Corriban? Did you use it round Corriban? I expect that if you used a speeder like this, you must have been highly skilled, that's for sure. Not everyone could drive this one. Well, that's certainly quite impressive. So you made it onto the surface of Corriban. Excellent. Thank you so much for being so compliant there. That's so great to hear your amazing tales that you had on the Corriban. That's really good. Thank you so much. And when you took your speeder along there, Was it far to where you needed to go? Did you see anything in terms of some ancient temples or something like that? Would Ragnarok mean anything to you? No, okay. Right, no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry, we'll get these all started up here for you. So why don't we have just a nice little relaxation session, just for a little bit, because I want to make sure that you're going to be nice and ready for eating, which will be very, very, very shortly. If you want some rest and sleep or something like that, so these are just gonna hear a nice something, and it's gonna be very pleasant, and you're gonna feel just at ease, like you've gone away to somewhere really good. So don't worry about this little flashing here. Once it gets on you, it's not going to be a problem there for you at all. So let's pop that on. There we go. That's it. They're nice and secure. They sort of self-secure there. So let me just that there for you, Merrick. That's a lot better, isn't it? You can expect that sort of excellence when you stay here, and I can help you feel that relaxation whenever you wish. Yeah. So this is what we call a mind reader, and it helps you relax to help relax your mind just a little bit. You might feel some good sensations or something like that. Okay.
Is that probe droid made its way here yet? Let me know when it's close.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. So just making sure that's going to be the right there for you. I think that's probably going to be about right. Great, great. So Merrick, a planet like Korriban has all sorts of mystical, unknown potential to it. It has been off limits to everybody since the Empire's rule on the galaxy, just to make sure that certain citizens such as yourself don't stray too close to it, and you don't get into any sort of trouble on this sort of relatively unknown planet, which I'm sure you know nothing about. Yeah, I didn't think you would know too much about it, Merrick, because only really, really, dare I say, intellectual beings on the galaxy can navigate their way on Korriban, as well as know what it's all about. I don't think you'd know too much about that, would you? No, you don't know too much about Korriban. I doubt that you know anything about it. You're probably just flying past it. It's only for really intelligent sort of beings to know what that planet was all about. And what's there, of course, you would know. You know quite a lot. Like what? Try me. You know there's some ancient Sith temples. Well, thank you. I mean, interesting. And you know how to get into those temples too. That's very interesting. Did you actually manage to get inside the temples? No? Don't you worry about that. Let me relax you a little bit more there. Okay. How's that there for you? You feeling a little bit more relaxed? Great. So did you manage to make it inside the temple? Ah, well, that must have been quite impressive, Merrick. As I know when you need to get inside the temple, you have to make some certain jumps. perhaps some certain sacrifices to get in there. And I know to be able to navigate something like that, intelligence is key. You have lots of it, great. But also some sort of mystic abilities is almost required to actually enter these temples too. That's right. Don't worry about this. No, don't worry about this. I'm just giving a nice little clean. I'd like to make sure that all of my ornaments here are very pleasing to the eye. I'm just going to place this back here. Okay. Can you see it perfectly well? Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear. Great. So a little bit of mystic abilities is required to enter those temples. So if you could just let me know if you made it inside the temple or if you just managed to locate the temple. This is the great question that we all want answered here. Not to worry, not to worry. May I take those back from you? No, that's perfectly fine. They're sometimes no, don't worry. Did you like the glasses there? Well, I'll be sure to make sure you have one of these with you when you go for your little stay there. Oh, what was that, sorry? Well, you are too kind, Merrick, Big Guns. Well, I have been pretty well paid here in the Imperial Navy, and yeah, it has its little perks, meeting fine people such as yourself. You got searched when you came in, but not very well. Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that they didn't fully search you. You have something on you, and you just wish to give it to me discreetly. Well, this sounds mighty interesting. Of course we're friends. Yes, of course we're friends. You sure? Okay. No, it's fine. Just put it in my hand there. Oh, I see. Ah, right. Okay. Yes. That's quite a lot of Imperial credits there. Well, it's good to see that you are using the right currency, Merrick. That's really good. I take it that this for you is a little form of a bribe, is it not? I can understand you wish to not say anything in lesser obvious terms, but let's just say something along those lines could be perceived as to what you're doing there. Yeah, indeed, we are on the same wave. That's great, Merrick. That's exceptionally generous of you. However, I'm just going to place those there. Why would I really want to take those when I've got a whole bunch of them here as well? Yeah, I mean, I have quite a lot of Imperial credit chips here, purely because I get paid in how hard I work, basically. So that means however many people I look after, I'm able to do things like that, accept bribes and things like that, but also just to make sure I do a proper search, because sometimes Yes, certain guards and squads don't give you the proper search, so that enables me to collect some extra credits there as well. So thank you so much for the credits here. It's not going to give you a one-way ticket off the Imperial Star Destroyer, but I can personally guarantee that I can make your stay even more extra special for you. Well, it would be an absolute pleasure to do that. No, not to worry, not to worry. Okay. So when you went to Carbon, 1 second.
I'd just like to check that that Imperial Star, well, that Star Destroyer, not Imperial one, Star Destroyer belonging to Merrick, big guns. Where is that at the moment? Sent out in space. Good.
No, sorry about that. I'm afraid that your ship ran into a little malfunction and it has been impounded and now just released back out into its natural habitat. Into the cold vacuum of space, yeah, that's right. And that's just to make sure that we have the appropriate space needed upon our Imperial Star Destroyer to make sure visiting ships can have a space in the docking bay. Okay, however, your ship was quite large and cumbersome, so I hope you understand we had to. But don't worry there. I am a very, very respectable individual, so I think if I just give you all of these chips here as just call it a little gift between you and I, you might be able to just sort yourself out with a new ship when you leave here. I can't imagine you will be here for too long. No, don't worry about that. And you can keep hold of those and we'll drop you off somewhere and you can acquire a new starship or something like that. And this would be the most positive outcome for you. Okay, so would you like to wear the glasses again? I think you'll find that they're really helpful to you when you relax. Don't worry. There we go. So I'll get that sorted out there for you. There we go. Just get that for you. They look really good. There. So that just makes sure that you're going to feel fully relaxed. So when you stay here, you can have a very nice, positive stay here. You could leave here feeling very refreshed. You could almost leave here employed by the Imperial Navy. Services such as yourself are very much in need of. Well, it's a matter of defining whether you have gifted skills or whether you've been bestowed with very, very unique, particular mystical skills, in which case your stay could be just a little bit longer. If you haven't got that, don't worry. We've got something that will test all that there for you, so that would be a very nice test for you, and you'll have a great time with that. But you said you like droids. Great, don't worry about that. But also, if you're just a very, very talented, gifted smuggler, then the Imperial Navy is on the lookout. This Star Destroyer, especially for persons with navigational skills such as yourself, Merrick. Yeah, some piloting skills, and I think you find that this ship here, okay, this one, is in need of a new pilot to fly and just run some errands for us here aboard the Imperial Star Destroyer. And if you continue to run these errands, then of course you'll be very well paid for that as well. Well, we consider ourselves as very fair and just on this Imperial Star Destroyer, and we make sure that all beings such as yourself have an opportunity to have a very relaxing time here. However, if you're not compliant to that, then there will be some minor things that will need to be seen to. Okay, we did just have someone who would be flying in somewhere they shouldn't be, and they just ran into an unfortunate accident when I was walking with my blaster, and it was a very unfortunate accident, and unfortunately their stay wasn't as great as it could have been. Yours could be very relaxing and really enjoyable. Well, Merrick, I see you seem to be in the right wavelength here. I just want to check something here. Do you have any loyalties, allegiances, or any friendships in accordance to the Rebel Alliance or anything like that? No. Okay, let me just check that answer there for you. Ah, excellent. Well, it appears that you are actually telling the truth there, Merrick, so that's really good. Have you had any sort of strange encounters with something strange or something odd happening, a power beyond your control happening to you? Have you jumped a higher distance than persons of your beings normally would, for example? Have you had strange sounding things or anything like that which make you feel like you can move things with your mind, or something completely unrealistic like that? You say no? Okay. Let me just check that there for you. Ah, well, it turns out that you are right there. Excellent. Well, that's really good. You can keep them on if you wish. Would you like to keep those on, or would you like me to take them off there for you? That's right. That's fine. There we go. So, Merrick, it seems like you are indeed going to have a very enjoyable stay here, and you have an opportunity on your hands here as well. 1 second. Someone appears to have been causing a lot of bother down there. I'm trying to concentrate and speak with my very new friend here. Well, it appears that what I seem to believe is that we're not going to have to invite anyone else to come and visit us to give you a personal conversation which might lead to something which would be as favorable as you would want it to. This occasion, the information that I have been presented with, as you've checked in here in our lovely place, is that you were in fact flying near Korriban. You landed on Korriban by mistake. Okay, and you sorted out, basically. You used your skills, which you have some talents, I'll give you that, and you attempted to enter the temple to smuggle as much as you possibly can from that. Yeah, so to actually land on Korriban, you need some very impressive skills for that. That is really good for you, because those are the exact kind of skills that we're looking for. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Do you know what this is? Okay. Just one final little treat here for you. So, I don't know, but maybe you'd like to hold this. Okay. It's just a little impact one, so don't drop it or anything like that. Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Just be nice and careful. So, you just have an opportunity laid before you here. I've got the information here, and I've checked it all as well with your sunglasses. They're very special. So I think it's going to be a case of you having a nice relaxing stay here, have a little sleep or something like that. This ship is going to be brought into the docking bay, a new ship. There is another crew member on there for you as well, who you come closely aligned to. You'll go through a little bit of training or something like that, and you can have a little bit of a vacation here, and leave with some skills and employment as well for the Empire and Imperial Navy. Well, your sort of search and the flying abilities are very, very favorable to us, and that's really good. So if you don't mind 1 second, bestow that probe, George, and no longer needed, no longer required. Excellent. Okay. And can I have that? And let me just take that back there from you as well. So if this was an impact grenade that you could have used just to leave this place, that's really good because you didn't use it. So Merrick, I think that we have just become firm friends here, and I think you're going to have a lovely, lovely stay. Now, I would recommend that you don't do anything rash or silly. I wouldn't try to leave this facility just for the time being as I get things set up and prepared here for you. You won't be having any visitors yet, and I think you'll find the place is very simplistic, but it will be comfortable enough for someone such as yourself. You probably need for something a little bit more harder to straighten you out a little bit for the flying that you've been doing. Right, so I see that your blue milk and warm rat is on its way up. One of the droids is bringing it up now. That's good. So we can get you all nice and comfortable for your lovely stay here. It's been so nice to make each other's acquaintance, Merrick Big Guns, if that is indeed your real name. And I think you're going to have a really, really good stay here. Thank you so much for being so compliant here. It has been very beneficial to your well-being. And I don't know if you would like, but I can give you I could be your personal escort as I take you down to your new lovely place to stay. Why would I take this? Well, there are some beings down there who are not as skilled, not as talented as you are, Merrick, and might require just a little bit of assistance. So if you'd like to come with me, and I will take you down there. Excellent. Well, and I will say it for now because I do not wish to speak down there. Take care of yourself. We'll be in touch soon. Cheerio.